Level Up Protocol, be your best self. I'm Trilla D. Today's episode is about how to beat addictions. This ain't about the crazy addictions, like if you're addicted to heroin or something, fentanyl, along those lines. I don't think this will help you out. It's probably a good place to start. And these medium level addictions like weed or cigarettes or pornography or sex addiction, any of these things really, this will help you out. So the first step in beating any addiction that I've noticed myself is you have to be at that point mentally where you want to quit. It can't be because your parents are telling you to quit, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your friends, or you think you're supposed to quit. You have to mentally be at that point where you're like, enough is enough. Like with me with the weed, I was at the point, no one was telling me or suggesting I quit, but I was at the point where I was just like, this is enough. I'm not enjoying myself anymore doing this, and the byproduct of this is not something that I'm interested in. It's not helping benefit my life, which I'm trying to benefit because I'm trying to level up, trying to be my best self. So if you're not at that point mentally where you're like, this is I've had enough and I want to quit, then you're never going to quit. Because once you start the quitting, your brain, the sabotager, you'll be playing games with yourself, and it'll be convincing you like, yo, you don't really need to quit, or you don't really want to quit. Let's just try toning it down and try this and try that and all types of bullshit. So you have to hit that point. And I guess you could say rock bottom in a sense. And I don't know how you can hit that point. I've beat a few addictions in my life, cigarettes, weed. But with cigarettes, I guess you could try buying 2 packs and just smoking back to back to back to back. Keep on smoking until it makes you fucking sick to your stomach. That might help. Right before I quit weed, I had about 6 grams left, and I smoked it all back to back one night because I was already at the point where I wasn't satisfied with what weed was doing to my life. So I really just went ham with it. I just went stupid ham and smoked and smoked and smoked. And that was it. The next day I quit. I haven't had any cravings to smoke weed. Like I've said in other videos, I missed the taste. I'm not going to lie. I missed the taste. One time I was at my friend's house and I puffed a joint. I didn't inhale it. I just puffed it to have the taste. But I don't miss being high at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm way more smarter and social, and I'm not a fucking vegetable or a zombie anymore, and that's cool. You have to daily remind yourself, you write them all out, write the reasons why you want to quit whatever you're addicted to, whether it's porn or whatever, and don't focus on any positive side effects. So like with weed, for example, don't be like, well, it helps me relax, which is bullshit, or, it helps me concentrate, which is also bullshit. Just really focus on the negative and what it's doing wrong to you. And usually you'll find the negative list is a lot longer than the positive list for any addiction, to be honest. So the next step you got to do is you have to fight this head on. You have to man up or woman up. You got to put your big boy boots on, and you have to fight this shit head on. You can't be willy-nilly dabbling with it, beating around the bush, 1 foot in, oh, let me just try to cut down or only do this. No, if you're trying to quit something, you have to quit it. There's reasons why you want to quit it, and you have to just quit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to be tough, but it's not going to kill you. You have to realize you're not going to die. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, I can't imagine what it would be like without cigarettes or this and that. You're not going to die. You know what I mean? You're just going to have to be your best self. You're going to have to level up. You're going to have to go within and activate your self-discipline, which has a ripple effect actually. When for me at least, when I quit weed, the amount of self-discipline that I had to activate to go through with it had a ripple effect. My diet, working out, everything else, just kind of my self-discipline just went way up since then. So again, I suggest you write down all these reasons, and every day when you wake up, read these reasons out loud to yourself and remind yourself why you are at the point that you're at. Read them all out every single day and keep that reason at the forefront of your head, so when the temptation or the urges, they come in your head, you could keep that at the front of your mind and be like, okay, well, no, there's a long list of reasons why I want to stop this and I want to become a better person. So let me keep at it. A next tip is creating new habits. So for me with weed, let's say, every night, I would like to just smoke a big one and watch a movie or a TV show until I was tired and go to sleep. When I was writing out all the negative effects I had, I was looking at that in itself and I'm like, well, it's making my sleep shit. It's making it hard for me to wake up. I'm really wasting that time because I'm just mushing out, you know what I mean? And it's just negative. There's no real positive coming from me doing that. So I switched that out now that I've got on my new wave. My new nighttime routine now is I have a healthy snack, like some Greek yogurt with honey and chia seeds or whatever, some fruit. have my healthy snack, which is something that I look forward to all day, like I would look forward to my nighttime joint. I'll watch a little bit of a movie or a TV show. Not until I'm like completely tired, falling asleep on the couch. I'll watch this and then I go in my bed and I read. Like 12 o'clock, I'm in my bed and I'm reading until I fall asleep. So that's like my new habit I've created, which I'm sure you could tell it's way more beneficial to my health, my body, my mind, everything than just smoking a joint and mushing out on some junk food, right? Or for instance, instead of me waking up and having my little morning wake and bake, now I have like my custom herb blend tea, which I'll be selling soon, that I just look forward to it. I wake up in the morning and I'm excited to get that tea in my system because it just, wakes up my brain, my body. It gets my energy flowing. There's not much caffeine in it. It's not like coffee, right? And that's what I look forward to now. So you have to switch these habits out, right? If you have a certain ritual with your addiction, you have to switch that out with a healthy, beneficial one. You can't just leave that space void because that's going to be when the temptation gets you like crazy. Like for some people, watching porn, maybe they like to watch porn before they go to sleep or whatever. You have to have a new habit in play. Maybe you work out now, right? Something that's kind of on the same kind of tip of it, right? If you physically exhaust yourself working out, and then you go to sleep or something, right? So another thing is consistency. You have to be consistent with it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to get easier, but it's going to start off extremely hard with any addiction, right? With any addiction, it's going to start off extremely hard. And once you make a certain amount of progress, Nipsey Hussle said this quote actually. He said, once you've gone a certain level towards your goal, it doesn't make sense to stop and turn back because you've come so far and you've made so much progress that it just makes more sense to keep on going, even though it's going to be tough, right? So that's what I say to you guys is once you, especially with the weed, once you've hit like day 3, day 4, your first week, and you're still getting these crazy withdrawal symptoms, it's like you've come this far that you might as well just keep going. You've came this far now, you might as well just keep going with it, right? Just stick with it is what I'm trying to say. Just stick with it. And the final tip, something that'll really help is get your friends to help you out. If you ask them in to help you with something, that's what a good friend would do. So if you're saying, listen, I'm addicted to whatever, say junk food. So when we go out, don't let me order any junk food. If we buy food, make sure I eat something healthy. Or if you're addicted to alcohol or whatever, and you say, listen, when we go out, don't offer me a shot. If I'm trying to quit, don't offer me a shot. And even ask them to go as far as help you. So if they see you about to drink or something, to tell you to stop and, be like, hey, man, listen, you told me to hold you accountable, so I'm holding you accountable. Don't do that shit. Same with the weed. So if they know you're trying to quit, tell them, listen, man, don't offer me the joint, or if I ask for it, don't let me hit it or whatever. But I will say birds of the same feather flock together. So once you quit your addictions, you're likely not going to be hanging out with people who the friendship is based around that addiction, whether it be alcohol, weed, or anything really. Once you start to level up, you're going to like shed a bunch of these people off because you guys don't have anything in common anymore, right? I don't hang out with a bunch of people anymore that all we would do is meet up and smoke weed. That's all our friendships would really revolve around. We'd talk about weed and just smoke weed. So now that I'm not smoking weed, it's like, and they're still talking to me about it. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got this fire strain and I got this and that. It's like, bro, I don't care. It doesn't appeal to me anymore. So obviously, eventually we just stop talking, right? So those are a few tips I got for you guys to help you fight addiction. It's really just all in your mind, and you have to tough it out, and you have to really level up and go through it. You have to go through some bad shit to get to the good shit. You have to go through the rain to get to the sunshine. And I've said this in many videos, life isn't meant to just be one happy-go-lucky dance of life, right? There's ups and downs, and the downs are what make you appreciate the ups, and vice versa even. Being up all the time is what you makes appreciate hitting rock bottom. So it's a point that you could level up from. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I've been promising one of my users right here that I would do this video, and they've been asking for it. So here you go. All the comments that people leave, I respond back. I read them. I listen to them. Everything you guys say, videos you request, all of that stuff. If you comment on one of my videos, basically I'm gonna answer you, and I'm gonna listen to what you say. So if you guys have any topics you want to hear about or tips or anything, let me know. This is for the people. This is Level Up Protocol, helping all of us, you and myself, be our best self. So that's it for this one. Like, subscribe if you like what you're hearing, and stay tuned for the next one.